Good night, good night, good night, ladies. I am so excited to be back tonight with Feminine Success TV. It's been such a long time. I feel it's been at least 2 weeks since I've been on here. So I'm super excited to be back with another amazing live. I might need my glasses though, y'all. I just might. I don't know. But but until then, I am so excited to be here with this topic tonight. A couple years ago, I did a live webinar as well as a masterclass called Men and Money, and it was amazing. I still get questions to this day whenever I talk about men and money in the same sentence and share with women. I'm still hearing misinformation online to this day as it pertains to being a feminine woman, being a high earning woman, being able to have positive, healthy relationships. And so tonight I want to talk about that. Tonight, I want to debunk a couple of things that have been believed to be true for a very long time, but simply are not. And in my opinion, the women that I have worked with, these myths have been stopping them from reaching higher in their careers, stopping them from going after their true dreams, not just a little piece of the vision or a little piece of the pie or a seat at the table, but their true dreams. A lot of these myths stop us as women from going after those things. I'm not going to hold y'all all night, okay? But I do want to introduce myself for those of you who might be joining me for the first time. I'm Yaya Smith. Hey, y'all. Hey, I am a mom of four amazing children. You might hear them in the background whenever you catch me on live. Just know I'm a mama for real. I have children for real who make noise for real. um, I'm the wife to an amazing man. Y'all might know him as Show Thyself a Man. And for the last, it has been, y'all, I had to do a count the other day, and someone asked me how long I have been doing this work, and I had to do a count. It's been 8 years now that I have been talking my head off to anyone who will listen about the power of femininity. Not only being softer, but understanding our softness as a strength as women, understanding how and when to use it, understanding all of the many facets of femininity, because femininity is not just soft, okay? And so my goal is to help more women heal their connection to their feminine side so that we are able to have healthier relationships and communities, and also so that we are able to stand firm and be clear in our value to the world. As a mom of four, as a homeschool mom, as a home birthing mom, I do not believe that being a woman, being a mother, should be a thankless job where we are never appreciated. Absolutely not. And so I like to say that while it may be true for the rest of the world that a woman is the most disrespected, unprotected in feminine success world, the men who meet us in this space respect us, protect us, pay us, and fully value us. Now, I'm going to step away to give you guys some time to share with your friends, share with a woman who needs to watch this live. Today we are debunking the myths about men and money. So I'm going to step away really quickly because it's a little crazy out here in Florida and I'm getting a little runny, but I'll be right back. And yes, I am as short as I look on camera. All right, y'all. So, thank you for your patience. We are going to get right into our topic tonight. Feel free to comment, feel free to share your thoughts. This is not an authoritative space, this is not a dictatorship, this is not a feminine space where you cannot share your mind, your heart, and your experiences as well. So feel free to ask any questions in the chat. I'm not going to be here all night, probably 20, 30 minutes, but as much as I can, I'm going to interact with you guys because I'm home with kids all day. I love having conversations. So let's get into these myths about men and money. So, the first myth that is really standing in the way for a lot of women, and it really puts us in this position that says, do I pursue my goals? Do I pursue my dreams? Or do I pursue my dream of having a long term, healthy relationship, building a family? And that is the myth that you have to choose one or the other, that you have to choose to either focus on your career or focus on your relationships and personal life. And I'm here to tell you that you don't. You can make your life, especially in the time that we are living in today, you can make your life look like whatever you want it to look like. When I first got started in this business, I had to help women understand how to build their business from home, do their work from home, pitch their job to be able to work remotely. Now, that's the norm. And so I want you to understand that you don't have to choose either a thriving personal life or a thriving professional life. You can have both. Now, does that mean that you'll have equal time, equal everything for everything? No, no, because we're not trying to drive you crazy over here. We want you to keep your sanity above all things. However, it does mean that when you understand that both men and money are masculine in nature, and you cultivate an appreciation for the masculine, anything, not just the masculine, is attracted to what appreciates it. And so if you can cultivate and embrace an appreciation for both men and money, for both a thriving professional life and a thriving personal life, then you can have them. That becomes your standard. So you don't have to choose one or the other. And that's the first myth that most women, from the time that I started working in this business, prior to this, I was, for those of you who have been around for a long time, you know, prior to this, I was creating herbal care for women. So, womb healing, herbs, teas, hormone balancing herbs, teas, things like that. Now I share that inside of my community, but I don't really make them for everybody. But prior to that, prior to this, I was doing that work. And from that work into this work, one of the main grievances, one of the main issues that I heard from women is that they were tired of sacrificing one thing for the other thing. And now that we are in this environment where you can work from home, you can work from wherever you want to work in the world if you decide to set your professional life up that way. What is happening, unfortunately, because a lot of women do not have proper systems for work, and our work culture is toxic, is that now, even though you can work from home, even though you can set your work schedule to look like what you want it to look like, for many of us, because you can work in any location that you want to work in, what was freedom is becoming bondage, because now work has taken over your whole life. And so, where you might have thought, oh, I'll have more time to build my personal life, or to date if I want to spend time with my husband, to spend time with my kids, if you don't have the proper masculine structures in place, then work will also take over your personal life. So that's where the choosing comes in, when there are no boundaries. I have to choose because I don't have clear boundaries for what fits where in my life. Because the idea that we have to choose comes from a place of, well, you only have so much time. Well, you only have so much energy. Well, you only have so much. This idea that there is a scarce amount when we can't make more time. That's true. We can't make, well, we can increase our energy. I will say that. We've been talking about that a lot inside of the Feminine Success School community because this is that time of year where everyone wants to rest, and that's what we need to do. But we're also preparing our bodies for the next season. But I digress. You don't have to choose one or the other when you know how to create the proper systems, the proper structures, the proper boundaries in your life, and you can appreciate the masculine in your life. All right. So let's get into, let me know y'all are listening. Listen, don't let the comments be all dry over here. Okay, I can't see hearts because I'm on another software for all of my Facebook people. So I can see y'all's comments though. So comment and let me know that you're here. Comment and let me know that you're following. And we're going to get into the second myth that we are unpacking tonight about men and money for feminine women specifically. All right. The second is that high earning women can't be feminine. High earning women can't be feminine. There's this idea that to be feminine, you need to step back or step down and let the man, whether you're in a relationship or not, make more. Now, this is such a toxic idea. I have literally seen women, I'm not going to point no elbows or no toes, but I have coached women through the years who have come to me feeling like, but I don't want to take that job because what if I can't find a man who earns more than me? What if my husband earns less than me and then he feels bad about it? What if I emasculate him because I'm earning more? Listen, ladies, listen. You do not have to play small to be a strong and powerful feminine woman. There's this idea that if you associate the words powerful, strong with a woman, that you're talking about a masculine woman, and that is not the case. You do not have to shrink. You do not have to avoid buying a house because I want a husband, and if I buy a house, I can't manifest the husband. That. No. No, absolutely not. If you buy that house, the husband will still come. Y'all can rent it out or y'all can move into it. Okay, or sell it. However, there is this idea that to be feminine, you've got to be less than, and that is not the truth at all. That is 100% a myth. That is 100% holding women back, whether you are married or not. That is 100% putting women in a place where they're saying, I don't want to do more. I don't want to earn more because I don't want to mess up a good thing. No. Here's the thing. A feminine woman is designed to multiply. The feminine, not just the feminine woman, but the feminine side of everything is designed to multiply things, to incubate things, to help them grow. What does the woman's body do? What does the earth do? It nourishes and multiplies things. So the idea that you need to be smaller to be greater or to have what you want as a woman is actually diminishing your dream. Okay, you are supposed to earn what you are supposed to earn so that you can live the life that you desire with your spouse or without your spouse. And earning more, buying a house, going on vacation. I've heard people tell women all kinds of things. You shouldn't travel if you want a husband. You shouldn't buy a house if you want a husband. You shouldn't take that job if you want a husband. And to that I say, I know couples where the husband is a pilot and the wife is a flight attendant and they travel the world together and that's how they met. Don't let anyone convince you that in order to have what you want, you need to shrink yourself in order to obtain it. Now, are there situations where you may need to become a student again? Yes, of course. Are there situations where you may need to humble yourself to the learning process? Yes. But that doesn't mean shrink. Okay. So, for those of you who have come to this space and you're like, oh, I'm so tired of hearing femininity, I'm so tired of hearing about it, this is not that kind of femininity space. This is all about being able to balance all parts of yourself, harmonize all parts of yourself. I'm not going to tell you to throw all of your baggy clothes away. I mean, if you feel fabulous in baggy clothes, wonderful. I am going to tell you to throw away anything that doesn't make you feel amazing. So there's that. But this is not the space where you need to wear floral, flowy dresses in order to be feminine. If that's what you need for yourself, wonderful. But here, you can bring yourself and we can better that rather than you need to do a complete overhaul and be a whole different person in order to have the life that you want, because that's not the truth. Or in order to connect with your femininity, because that's not the truth. You can go to the other side of the world and see women who are firmly connected to their feminine who never wear dresses, who are always doing manual labor. Femininity is not about um, relaxing in the shade. While you can, 100%, I'm all for relaxing in the shade. I'm on the beach right now. Well, I'm in my house right now, but house is by the beach. But it's not about that. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. Femininity is really understanding how you can use the gifts that you have as resources to multiply the world around you, how to soften into ease, how to release things with more ease and grace, how to approach life in a different way. And what I can tell you is I've met high earning women as well as homemakers who don't earn anything other than love from their family, who are both highly masculine, very difficult, very firm, stern, mean, like that toxic masculine, and those who are highly feminine. And I've met women in those same spaces who are toxically feminine. And so know that nothing external to you determines your level of femininity. Nothing external to you determines whether you are doing it right, whether you're a good woman. The things that determine that are within you. So you don't have to shrink yourself in order to have what you desire. You don't need to shrink your earnings. You don't need to shrink anything in order to have the life that you really want. As a matter of fact, the best thing that you can do to have the life that you truly want, to get the man that you truly want, is to be all of yourself, to step fully into your best self. Now, sometimes we hear be all of yourself and we bring all the attitude to the table, we bring all the things, okay? But be all of your best self. All right. And be on the journey of constantly connecting with your best self. This will not only attract the kinds of relationships that you want, this will also attract the business opportunities that you want, the type of job environment that you desire. This will attract the world around you and allow you to create a culture around you that truly nourishes you. So, that's myth number 2. We only have 3. We only have 3. Shay Shu says, I love that. I love that. I love it. Thank you so much. Eden says, thank you. That needs to be said and echoed about buying the house. For sure. I can't tell you how many women I've had to say, buy the house. Buy the house. So yeah, make sure that your spouse, your next business opportunity, your next opportunity in general finds you being authentic so that you can be yourself and be in that opportunity rather than being a fake version of yourself, putting a mask on. And now you're in the opportunity, but you got to keep the mask on to keep the opportunity. So, for those of you who are like, it's time for me to take the mask off, I am ready. I'm ready to take my life, my mindset to the next level. I'm ready to really get my life and my space and my mind in order. I have an opportunity that is coming up. It's an experience that's coming up. It's called the Ease Experience. The next cohort is February 15th through 17th. Well, the first cohort of this experience is February 15th through the 17th. This experience, the enrollment is opening on Friday. So I'll be back here live on Friday to let you guys know about it, give you some details on it, so that everything that I'm talking about here, you can actually have a strategy for implementing it rather than just hearing it. Oh, yes, that's good. I got some good information, and you do nothing with it. So, the Ease Experience is coming up in February. We are going to cover relationships. We are going to cover your work culture. We're going to cover your home life culture, as well as your personal culture with yourself, your relationship that you are building with yourself, which is foundational to everything. And in that, I'm going to show you how to infuse ease into each and every one of these areas. You'll also have a guidebook that you create for yourself so that once you leave this experience, you are able to continue to implement. You're able to continue to reference back to the guide that we create together within the Ease Experience. All right. So let's get into myth number 3. Myth number 3. This is my favorite one to talk about. And that is that men are intimidated by women who earn more. Myth number 3 that we are unpacking today is that men are intimidated by women who earn more. Now, I would be remiss as a coach not to be honest about the fact that there are some males in the world who are intimidated by smart women, by high earning women, by women who have opinions, by women who have something to say. However, those are males, and I encourage you to surround yourself with men, not just males, not just grown males, because a grown man, a high quality man, because this high value situation, we're not going to have that conversation over here either, because everyone is valuable in their own way. And earning $100,000 does not make you high value or low value. It's just the dollar amount. All right. So a high quality man is not intimidated by anyone, first of all, but especially not by a woman who is earning more. And here is why. A high quality man that you are in relationship with or considering being in relationship with should be vision focused and mission focused. Vision focused and mission focused. A high quality man sees a woman, whether that woman is his friend, his coworker, his wife, sees a woman who is smart, who earns, who is well paid, well loved, well supported. He sees that woman as an asset, not a threat. A high quality man will see you as an asset, not a threat. And so he won't be intimidated. Low quality males who have not grown up, who are still in competition mode and not creativity mode, will be intimidated. But that's not your business. And that is the thing that we have got to unpack here. Because at the end of the day, this is especially for women of color, because I've seen this conversation be had a lot around men feeling the need to specify that they don't deal with brown women, black women, whatever kind of woman. And I'm tired of hearing men talk about it, or I'm tired of hearing men talk about this, about that. Elevate your standard so that those kinds of conversations are not allowed in your world. Period. The end. A man who is having an intimidated conversation is not allowed in your world. That quality of man just can't get in. It's very much like if you are a woman who loves high quality shoes, you're not going to walk around all day in a low quality shoe. That's your standard. If you are a woman who likes a certain kind of music, let's say you like jazz, you're not going to listen to music that you don't like all day. The same concept applies. It is your job, your duty, and responsibility as a woman of quality, as a woman who desires quality in your life, to curate a life of quality. That means the conversations that are able to be had around you. That means the kind of people that you have around. Certain men don't even come around me. And I'm just being honest. My husband has a lot of male friends because he went to an all boys school. And some of those guys just know, don't come around. Don't say hi and bye and leave it at that. Because your level is the level that anything around you should be rising to. I have two younger sisters, and I think about this because it even applies to having other women in your world. I have two younger sisters, and they are 28 and 23. And they are, TikTok generation, whole thing. And they sometimes use terms of endearment that I don't use. So one day they're talking to me and they're like using this term of endearment. I was like, I don't use that. I don't think that that is a term of endearment. It's fine if you guys say that around each other or to other women or whatever have you. If that's what you guys do, cool, but don't include me in that. Well, it's gotten to the point that they won't even curse. Like they won't even curse around me. And we have great conversations. No one feels like, "Oh, I can't be myself," and all these things, but their standard of communication has changed in my presence. The same should be true for you. There should be a standard of communication that is allowed around you, a standard of a relationship. And relationship is more than just we are in a relationship, but how does anyone relate to you when they are around you? And so when that elevates, others realize that some of the things that they have been doing, saying, intimidated by, were really just programming. So it's up to us as women to decide. We're going to question. If a person says that they're intimidated by you, why? What's intimidating? What can you specifically tell me what about me is intimidating so that I can know? And if not, am I intimidating or are you intimidated? There's a difference. And oftentimes, when we consider a person being intimidated, we have to also ask ourselves, how am I showing up in the relationship? Because I know women who are on all sides of the earning spectrum. And I myself am in a situation where my husband's business did not grow as quickly as my business grew. And still, he's the leader, he's the husband, I'm the wife, and it doesn't change much. But sometimes, if we have attached an idea to earning that earning more makes us more, that earning more makes you better than you were before, then you can be potentially coming off as not only intimidating, but as rude, as condescending, as belittling of others. So just make sure that that is not the case, but don't just automatically assume that that is the case. It's really about self examination there and paying attention to yourself. How do I feel about what I earn? How do I feel about my position or status? Asking yourself that rather than looking outside of yourself and saying, well, maybe others are intimidated or maybe they feel like this, because maybe they don't. And we have just heard it so much that we think that is the natural response when really it's not, or the normal response to a woman earning more. I meet a lot of women who are like, I'm just not going to tell him what I make because I don't want to run him off. And we have to really interrogate that mindset, the idea that a man would be intimidated rather than viewing you as an asset. And there are some things we talk about inside of the ease experience. When you get the ease experience, when you enroll in the ease experience, you get access to my master training as well. And in that master training, we go deep into having those deeper conversations in relationships before you step into the relationship, holding a man accountable, having clear boundaries, and better communication overall so that you're able to connect. So, I wanted to go into these myths because there have been several people who have reached out, along with women that I have coached over the last 8 years, and probably some of you here today who have heard some of these things, who believe some of these things, who have been holding yourself back from starting that business, taking that promotion, going on that trip. I know some of y'all want to do a worldwide, round the world trip, but you're like, but hey there. Some of you want to do these beautiful things for yourself and with yourself, but sometimes we hear in our world, especially as women, oh, don't do that. Oh, you're a woman, don't do that. Oh, you want a husband, don't do that. Oh, you want to have kids, don't do that. And what I'm here to tell you is, as a mother of four, I'm still traveling the world with my children and without my children. As a wife, I am still a high earning woman, being at my house. Okay. And my clients are able to do the same. Here's one of my clients here who is having an amazing year, who had an amazing last year. And while we may go through things in our relationships, we may go through breakups, we may go through makeups, we may go through divorces, we may go through marriages. Some of my clients are just getting married, some are just getting divorced, some are just buying houses, some are just selling their houses. One of my clients just sold 2 of her houses and is like, I'm just going to travel for a while. All of that is available to you. The life that you desire is available to you, but so often we are limiting ourselves based on lies. I'm going to just keep it real, based on lies. A real man, a true high quality man, is not intimidated by a woman earning more. Not. He sees you as an asset, not a threat. Okay. The second myth that we debunked today is that a high earning woman can't be feminine. Absolutely a lie. High earning woman who stays at home, both women can be equally feminine. Both women can also be equally masculine. Okay, so the things outside of you do not determine that. And then the first myth that we debunked today is that you have to choose one or the other. When it comes to a woman wanting a thriving professional life or a thriving personal life, it has to be one or the other. And I am here to tell you it can be and both. And you deserve for it to be and both if that is what you desire. Here's the thing, this conversation is not just about having great relationships romantically and having a wonderful relationship with money. This is deeper than that. It's about understanding that all of your relationships in your life can be beautiful. All of your relationships in your life can reflect the highest and best version of you. All of your relationships in your life should reflect that. And you have the option and the freedom to decide that that is what it's going to be. One of the things that all of my clients have in common is that their best life is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. They come to me with the idea that, yes, the world has told me it has to be either or, but I'm not falling for it. How do I get all of what I want? I don't just want a piece of the pie, I want the recipe. So I can make the pie as many times as I want. And so if that is you, if that is you, if you are that woman who is saying, I don't want the piece of the pie, I don't want a seat at the table, I want the plans to build the table, I want the blueprint for the table, I want the recipe for the pie, then join us for the Ease Experience. Keep your eyes on your inbox. Our enrollment is opening this Friday for the Ease Experience. It's a 2-day, actually 3-day live coaching experience. And this is all about, how do you infuse ease? I see y'all saying, this year is all about ease. This year is about ease and grace. This year I'm working less. This year, yeah, you want to do that. But ease requires a strategy. Ease requires systems that you can sustain. All right. And in the Ease Experience, I'm going to show you those systems. I go through those systems with my clients and they have gotten great results. I've gotten great results. And even with all of the transitions that all of us have been going through over the last 2.5 years, these systems are able to grow with you and transform with you. So I am super excited to support you guys this Friday. Afudza says, so exciting. Afudza, for those of you who are going to be joining us, excuse my nails, I'm just not right now. But for those of you who are going to be joining us for the Ease Experience, Afudza is going to be your go-to girl. This is our community manager who we love so much. Afudza says, ease requires systems that you can sustain. Exactly. So she'll be your go-to girl for the Ease Experience, making the entire experience amazing for you. And I'll be your coach, guiding you along the journey. So let's see. Facebook user, let us know who you are. It says, I love that. Ease requires systems that you can sustain. Absolutely. And that's what I see. I see so many people saying, I want more ease. I want more joy. I want more freedom. I want more fulfillment. Those things are worthy desires. Also know that every blessing needs a system. I got that from TD Jakes. That is not my own. Every blessing needs a system. All right. So that you can maintain and manage it. Ease is something that you manage. Ease, again, it's especially if you have children, if you have a spouse or desire to have these things, if you have a business or a career, infusing ease into that will become chaotic without a system. So being mindful of that, join us for the Ease Experience. We are so excited to start this new journey. It's February 15th through 17th. If you have questions about it, all of your questions will be answered on Friday. But if you have questions before then, feel free to reach out to me via inbox. Either I or someone on my team will get you a response and answer to your question. And with that, I don't see any questions in the DMs or in the comments. So I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm about to put these kids to bed. It's just me and the babies this week. Hubs is working in New Orleans right now. He's a photographer, for those who don't know. So all of the great images that you see, most of them he's created for me. But yeah, it's just me and the kids. And as you can hear, it's very quiet. Ease systems. It's very quiet right now. We're about to do bedtime. And yeah, I'm so excited to just lay down, y'all. I'm about to run me another bath. Took a wonderful bubble bath today, about to take another one. And probably, I just got into Abbott Elementary. so funny. That's probably what I'm going to watch tonight. But with that, I'm going to say good night. Thank y'all all so much for joining me tonight. If any questions, thoughts, amens, hallelujahs come up for you, drop them in the comments and we'll get back to you. And be sure that you share this. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and share it, like, subscribe, because this is just the beginning, y'all. Peace.